There are less than 2 weeks left to tell the factory what you think about a variety of issues. NADA's Dealer Attitude Survey deadline is February 21st. After NADA crunches the numbers, it delivers a detailed analysis of them to senior management at each manufacturer. NADA TV attended one such presentation. John Spiropoulos has the story from Dearborn, Michigan.
Ford President Mark Fields looks like a student awaiting his latest test score. We're at Ford headquarters in Dearborn, Michigan. Larry Mullen of NADA's Industry Relations staff presents the latest findings of its Dealer Attitude Survey. More than a dozen top Ford executives watch intently as the results splash across large screens. And as they do, a wave of smiles flashes around the room. Ford's dealers had just given the company its highest ever ratings.
We're extremely happy with these results, but never satisfied. This is our report card, and we value this process so much. You know, twice a year we get a chance to hear what's on our dealers' mind, what they think of us, the things we do well, the things we can do better.
Basically, every piece of this data kind of helps us make better decisions. All of our service policy, everything we do gets shaped by the input we get here. We either accelerate things, we change our priorities, based on the data we get from NADA.
And this data carries a lot of weight because a record number, 70% of Ford dealers, filled out the survey.
And having 70% of our dealers fill it out gives us confidence that it really represents the scale.
NADA provided reams of data, plus more than 30 pages of verbatim anonymous dealer comments requested by Ford.
My message to dealers is to keep giving us that feedback. This is an extremely important part of our process. This is not a check-the-box exercise for us. We take the feedback, we work with the dealer council and say, here are the things that are on your mind, how can we improve? The great news is we see whether we're making progress against those things. So my encouragement is keep sending in. When you get that survey in the summer and the winter, make that one of the first things in the day for you to do, because it's important to us and we'll listen to it.
They listened, they took notes, they asked questions, and they'd like NADA to ask even more questions of Ford dealers in the next survey. All positive signs for New Mexico dealer Don Chalmers, NADA's line chairman for Ford.
They're getting more and more engaged. The suggestions they made going forward for surveys, our survey in the future, to make it more useful for them, that's exciting to me.
Two other dealers represented NADA at the meeting, Bub Way, the NADA director from Georgia, and past NADA chairman and Kentucky director Jack Kane, who just celebrated 50 years as a Ford dealer.
I've been on this committee for several years, and I found that a lot of things that we did bring up have been corrected, and it's good to see that, and it's good to see those things rise. And I think that's the importance of this survey, that it represents the individual dealer. Because you find, well, hey, they're all thinking alike, maybe we better do something, and they do.
The data has shaped Ford fundamentally. The last 4 or 5 years we've been on a journey to listen to the dealers and to make our policies more responsive to them. And we've made a lot of progress, which is great.
And I think it really reinforces our whole approach of profitable growth for all, our whole approach of one Ford working together, satisfying the customers, and having everybody that works with Ford and part of Ford feeling like they're making progress. So it's been a really great day for us.
Ford promises the same approach as it tackles an industry-wide issue, factory facility image programs. The company praised NADA's research on the issue as a good start and said it's beginning a process that will shape Ford's policies going forward.
We're getting started right now, and it's a very collaborative process, working with our dealer partners to make sure we come up with a program that, when a customer walks into one of our dealer showrooms, they have a smile on their face, but also the process that we do to work with our dealers to get to that point, our dealers have a smile on their face, because it has to be fair for Ford, and it has to be fair for our dealers, and that's the approach we're taking.
Meanwhile, NADA is developing questions on the facility's image issue for the next round of dealer attitude surveys. In Dearborn, Michigan, John Spiropoulos, NADA TV.